All right, everyone, welcome back to another stream. Tournaments are filling fast, so we need to really ramp up our entries. What do we got here? We got 85% on the Eliminator, 86% on MMG. So we will draft. Say, let's do. Let's do 5 Eliminator slows. See what the lobby is looking like once that first slow fills. So we will draft an MMG first. All right, all badges. We are going to withdraw our entry. We can just do one slow, but these lobbies are all obviously very sharp, so we will. Let's see, where are we picking this one? Drafting the 102, so that's nice. Get a nice share of someone over there. All right, MMG is about to start. We're here 112. Okay. You know, I think with this being 112, maybe we can just fire up another draft and knock on. I don't like multi-tabling, so we'll vibe for a little bit. Jefferson at 108. What's it looking like here? I like BTJ H-hand if I can get that. Oh, that sucks. We can just do BTJ Genty. Wonder if we can upload Hayden Wink's fantasy rankings. I was having some trouble uploading them earlier. Well, okay. That's annoying. You know, this does seem pretty boring, just waiting. So what we'll do is we can fire another MMG while we wait and just bounce back between the two of them. Taylor Gibbs, Barkley, Brown, let's feel like two strong starts there. I wonder if we got anybody else that's streaming best ball right now. A lot of guys drafting best ball right now. That's cool. This filled. Oh, nice. A little 102. So we're on opposite sides of the turns in both these drafts. That's nice. I think we'll just queue up Jamar and Bijan. We are up in one pick here. Who went? We're up at 37. We can take a value on Wilson. I want to stay away from another week 8 buy in JSN and Devontae. Let's grab Bijan here. We can do Wilson. We can do Tet. Nice little fall on Wilson. So lobby just some pretty strong teams so far. Just everybody kind of doing what they should be doing. If that makes sense. A little robust RB action out of the force. But I've noticed this Ja Hem stuck in a couple of drafts this year. Not a name that I was familiar with last year. A little worthy fall to 47 there. Good for that guy. It's a nice way to supercharge a team. I do want to pull up my exposures in a second here, just so I have those handy. What did I have for Worthy? I'm at 13. McMillan. So I was even on like both of them, so it didn't really matter who I picked there. Gonna be on the clock pretty much at the same time here. So we're up at 60, 61. Obviously, one of these guys, and then any one of these guys make it back to me. I'm happy with that. We'll see what comes back to us here. 4 picks away. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 guys that I want. So I need one of these guys to take Bucky, and I'm happy. Very nice. Would love Jonathan Taylor to come back to me. Not ideal, but I think I'm okay with just grabbing, double tapping both those guys there. Oh, yeah. Yes, please. Sign me up for a JT Bijan team. Give me my Zay Flowers. Back up here shortly. That's wild. Yeah, we can go McBride. Because I like the guys that we get back here. Like, we're going to rip 5 receivers, essentially. 47, 50, 71, 74. Maybe we even try to do the Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith thing, because we know this guy's not going to take Jalen Hurts, because he's probably going to try to hold out for Burrow. But really like what I'm cooking here on this team. This is really fun. And I'm almost certainly going to reach on Trevor Lawrence with this team, just having both Thomas and Hunter. I would have liked Harvey or Henderson, but neither of them fell to me. So we can rip our receivers. Yeah, okay, I guess that makes sense. Hurts goes with the AJ Brown drafter. So we can ditch the Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts dream. We'll be back up at 47.50. Would love Pickens, JMO, Sutton, Ridley. I'm comfortable with Laporta here if he makes it to me. Okay. Let's do Jalen Warren. Would we prefer Cortland Sutton or Jameson Williams here? Let's go Sutton. We'll grab Warren with our first pick. Is this where we take Godwin? We'll take Reed. %, Jameson, like no Sutton, so I'm good with that. I wonder if this should have been like Ridley Sutton instead of JMO Sutton. I really didn't know what to do here. This is just a really tough spot. Like who's I supposed to take? You know? I guess Reed was fine, you know, even if he's hurt, we don't need him. He's our sixth receiver. Because we come back at 108 and 109. There's not going to be anything we like here. Probably like, you know, grab a tight end. Grab Charbonnet. You know. And then when we, after 108, we'll be at 132. It's going to be close on T-Law. It's going to be really heartbreaking if we don't grab him. Or what's Fields' ADP? 103. What did I say? 108? Maybe we get a slight Fields fall. That would be pretty cool. Fields plus a tight end. Matthew Golden, absolute must on this team. Like, Matthew Golden, no matter what. Debo would be really cool. We know this guy's going to take Burrow. Oh, the Chase Brown drafter took Burrow. Debo goes, so we will just grab Samuel. We still got a couple picks here. Tyler Warren goes. Goff goes. Let's Queue up Fields, queue up Sharps. I feel fine taking Jordan Addison here. All right, nice. We will grab Fields. Charbonnet's another week 8 buy. Let's go Loveland. I think Loveland is a really strong pick. I like what I'm cooking here. I liked what I was cooking here. This 7-8 turn was a little weird. Yeah, 7-8 turn was a little weird. I wonder if this guy was... Oh no, he had Rome. Okay, so he wasn't necessarily anticipating Loveland coming back to him, or like needed Loveland back to him. Probably would have been nice, and he would have had a decision to make. Wow, 10th round Dylan Sampson, 10th round Tank Bigsby. That's wild. That's what we're doing nowadays. All right, we're back up at 132. Would obviously love Kraft. Would love T-Law. Would love Tootin. Would love Jaden Blue as well. We just went Kraft went. That's fine. Back up on a couple picks here. 95, 98. What does this team need? Still need some wide receivers. Take a shot on Godwin. Probably afford to take a look at wow. Getting killed. Oh, are you fucking kidding me, dude? You loser. You are such a loser. Okay, well, it's got to be Bryce Young. Got to be Bryce Young at 150, unfortunately. I don't want to take Bo Nix, but I think we have to. Or no, we don't have to. Let's take Keon. I mean, just what? This is such a. This guy's such a clown and a fool and a loser to take Trevor Lawrence unstacked as your third QB. I mean, if that's his way of getting back at me for taking Caleb, or I'm sorry, for taking Loveland because he had Caleb. Like, fine, man. You know, nothing harmed to my team. We still have an out to. Did Bryce Young just come off the board? Oh my god, what is this lobby? Alright, it's gotta be Gino. That's so annoying, dude. This team's up at 119, 122. Yeah, probably McCarthy Love. Even do Stroud. We have options here. Well, this is a 3 QB team. This is so crazy. And Pitts comes off right before me. Alright, well, we'll do like Penix and like Ray McLeod or something. Sure, we could do like Penix Algier. Yeah, Penix Algier feels fine. I mean, this guy is such a moron. As Pitts was 15 picks after ADP, so was Penix. But all right, this team pretty much go any direction we want. Drafting at pick 119. Really no need for a tight end that's jumping out at me. 8.9% McCarthy, 14% Love. Let's do a Love Stroud pairing. We don't really have backstack options. Yeah, we gotta go Stroud. I would have liked to take Kraft. I have a ton of Kraft, but we need the QB points. We can shut it down at one more running back, I should say. I would love it to be Sean Tucker. He's an ADP of 209, so we'd probably wait till the 17th to take Tucker. And even Aaron Rodgers goes. Well, we can do Jackson Dart in the last round, and if we don't get him, then big deal. You know what? Fine. We'll just take Sean Tucker now. I mean, I don't know what to do here. Yeah, let's grab Chig. Actually, we do need a tight end. Maybe we just end up doing like a third tight end. Jaden Blue, Braylon Allen, double click here feels. Oh, fuck. Huh. We gotta wait 2 picks. It's fine. God damn it, dude. Yeah, we can take Dobbs here. Oh man, Braylon Allen would have been really nice. But we double stack Love. We'll end up double stacking Stroud as well. Did Isaiah Likely go in this draft? Isaiah Likely at 170 as like a Packers bring back, and then like a good kind of like high upside tight end. Let's keep him in mind. We're up in 5 picks. We need to determine if this is a 3 QB team or a 3 tight end team. I just don't want to have 0 Dart. Maybe like Mitchell Fannin. We do something like that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go Mitchell. Are there any tight ends that I'm missing here? Nope. We'll go Fannin. Good with that. We can do a quick recap of this team. Fields, Penix as the quarterbacks. Genty, Jalen Warren, Bashal Tootin, Jaden Blue, Tyler Algier, Sean Tucker at running back. Wide receivers are Brian Thomas, Garrett Wilson, Tedero McMillan, Travis Hunter, Zay Flowers, Jaden Reed, Adonai Mitchell. Tight ends are Colson Loveland, Chigakonku, and Harold Fannin. Good team. I like this team. I would have liked to really have gotten. Uh, would have really liked to have gotten Trevor Lawrence, but we go with Michael Penix instead. Would have liked to have gotten Pitts to go with Penix, but we can't get everything we asked for. So did I just see likely win? Okay. I think I just saw Thornton go. Garendo. Well, let's go JCM. This is actually a fine spot to take Janu, I think. All right, let's open up the draft lobby and get another one going. Probably want this next one to be an Eliminator. Sean Tucker or Damian Pierce on this team. Out of the 112 in the Eliminator. So 36, 37, 60, 61. 36, 37. Yeah. So there's gonna be guys in the later round, so we can start RB if it falls to us that way in the Eliminator draft. We'll have our 16th and 17th round picks here. Do want to pull this back up? I want to see just where he has a couple guys shortly. JT Chase Brown would be pretty cool. Let's grab A-Rod as our 5th quarterback. We have 2 tight ends. Got him ranked as 213th. 229. Just go ahead and take Coker, and then we'll take whichever of the 2 come back to us. Three 5A2 is definitely not a build that I do very often. What did this guy get? Achan Neighbors is pretty sick. I have the 9th pick in my league, and I'm leaning Nico Collins. I might be biased, but I am a massive Nico Collins believer. Just kind of looking at ADP, right? You can cross these top 6 guys off. So once these 6 guys all come off the board, you can kind of like nitpick whatever you want. I think Nico Collins is the 7th best player in drafts after Jefferson. Just the target competition is not the greatest. He has great chemistry with Stroud. That line is not great, but the running backs aren't great either. Mixon has a foot problem. Woody Marks was a not great 3rd down back in college. They keep saying that Nick Chubb is washed and old. If Nico Collins is available at 9, that would for sure be my pick. All right, I think, okay, Sean Tucker does go, so we will grab Dameon Pierce with our last pick. And this one, the Eliminator, we're a couple picks away here. Definitely going to want to hammer receiver when it gets back to us. We do something, any 2 of these guys is great. I doubt Tyreek Hill makes it back to us at 36, but that would be a thing. That's what I was thinking. I'm in a 10-man, so I also have the 12th. I was leaning Achan. Again, like you're asking me about like two of my favorite players in drafts. Nico Achan is like my dream start in every draft, pretty much. I don't do a ton of redraft. I'm mostly best ball, but the one redraft league I'm in, we get 1 keeper. And Achan has been my keeper for 2 years, and he's gonna be my keeper again this year. I'm gonna keep Achan until the wheels fall off. I mean, the guy's a PPR monster. He lines up out wide. He runs these beautiful kind of Texas routes out of the backfield. Like, dude's a beast. All right, we're gonna go JSN here. I want to see what is my Eliminator exposure to Worthy versus Tet. Worthy, we have 10%. McMillan, we have 16%. That's actually tiebreak to McMillan because of the Week 10 bye. On the clock here, what are the running backs looking like? Actually, we'll do Ollie Gordon on this team. I don't think Jalen Wright is very good. Me too. That's why I'm excited to pick 9. I get Nico and Achan, who I think are both. Yeah. No, I agree. I think those guys are just set to like mega smash this year. You know, you could tell yourself a story where Achan is, he's in 101 talks next year. If Tyreek still is a crazy guy, it sounds like the team just doesn't like him. Like, Tu was very open about, he said some things, and those things just don't go away. You have to repair that relationship. So things don't sound great for Tyreek, which is why I'm on the other side. Like, I'm also big into Waddle as well. I know Waddle had a pretty down year last year, but if those issues with Tyreek still persist, and it is true that he has fallen off and he has gotten older, and the wrist is still bothering him, and there's internal problems, and the team feels some type of way about him. Those two guys are going to be set to smash. Let's do a quick check-in on my Nico and Achan exposure. This is 125 normal best ball drafts. Nico, we're at 8.9%, so at even with the field, which is unfortunate, but that's the reality of the first round guys. You're just happy to be even with them. And then Achan, we're a little under. I have not gotten to a ton of Achan, but that's one of my, as you can see here, right? He goes before I even get a chance to take him, but I'm trying to grab Achan every opportunity I can. So far tonight, I'm 0 for 3. He's gone before each time I picked. All right, we are back up at 60 and 67. Of drafting Dak to be my starter super late in the draft. Yeah. Yep. Dak is a guy that I've been stacking Pickens and Lamb with. Two guys that I'm pretty in on are Dak and Drake May. We got the 9.7% Dak, 10.5 May. Dak is, what is this, my seventh highest owned QB, and May is my fifth highest owned. Those are two guys. It's all right, let's see. Let's do Pearsall and let's do Waddle. Pearsall opens up Brock Purdy for us as a stacking option. I wonder if this is a team where we can get away. I think it's a team we can get away with Rice. Let's take a risk on Rice here. Yeah, we could check my exposure to the whole Cowboys offense, because I am very in. Yeah, I'm super in on the pass catchers. I don't know how familiar you are with best ball, but basically, even exposure, I'm, the expected amount you should have of a player is 8.3% if you're just drafting, with a pretty mixed strategy. And I'm overweight Dak, overweight Ferguson. I'm 13% CD, and he's a first round pick. And then, I'm almost triple the field on Pickens. I think Cowboys are going to have a massive, massive season. Let's do a recap of the MMG draft that finished up. We did a 3-5-8-2 build. We started this team. We did Bijan, JT, McBride. So punting on receiver a little bit till later. Then we followed that up with 6 in a row. J-Mo, Sutton, Golden, Addison, Higgins, Coleman. We did Love to stack with Golden, Stroud to stack with Higgins. Grabbed Jaden Blue. Would have loved to have gotten Braylon Allen here, but get sniped on him. Dobbs to stack with J Love and Golden. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. Jonnu Smith is our tight end 2. Aaron to stack with Jonnu. Jalen Coker, and then Ollie Gordon. This is a solid team. I think one thing I probably should have done was take Ridley instead of Jameson, do like Ridley Sutton. I think that just raises the floor of the team at wide receiver and kind of lets us take some more marginal upside bets later in the draft at wide receiver. But nonetheless, still a strong team, right? You know, we're taking our shots at tight end 1, taking our shots at RB1, RB2 overall in Robinson and JT. So, strong team. We'll see how that goes in the MMG tournament. We're going to hop back over to the Eliminator here. Man, there's a guy I really want here. He's starting to fall a little bit. I don't think he gets past a guy with 2 receivers. I think Hawkinson's like just such a mega smash here with Jordan Addison being out 3 weeks. And we can't do Addison on this team because we have Rice. I don't want, 2 of my first 7-round picks or 2 of my first 8 picks being out for multiple weeks. So he goes Robinson. No, we're going to do Hawkinson. Let's go ahead and do Dobbins. We kind of need the early season production, I think, to be honest. Because what comes back to us at 108, 109? Yeah, there's going to be receivers there. I think Josh Downs is the pick here. We just take such a hit with Rashee Rice being out, and we have to plan for that. We need to get this team to week 8 for Rice to come back. So that's I'm there's a chance the suspension is 4 games, or 3 games, but in my head I tell myself 8 weeks, and that's what we plan for. All right, what do we got coming up back to us here? A couple picks. 108, 109. Would love to grab Drake May if we can. Just because he's going to help us early in the year. Yeah, I'm going to do Drake May. And I'm going to pull up Christian Kirk. Because he can really help us early in the year with Rasheed being out. Like, Scadabo's fine, but we're going to have an opportunity to take running backs later. I do want to see if the FFPC big gorilla that I joined is any closer to filling. All right, still no one entered. Dylan Sampson is a nice option to come back to us. Can't do Bryce Young. We already have a week 14 bye. This has got to be a Tua team, I think. If Sampson goes, we double click Tua, Stroud, and do 3 QBs. Well, Stroud goes, so that kind of tosses a wrench in the plans. Okay, well, we're going to do Bigsby. Oh man, the vibes are so bad over there. Nope, we're going to do Sampson. Sampson's a chance to win the starting job. I think it, like, Tank Bigsby just biding his time. All right, probably once we make our next picks, we'll fire up another draft. Probably draft till about midnight tonight. Um, we go Kyle Williams. Man, all the QBs came off the board right in front of me. All right, let's go Kyle Williams. We know we're taking him. I want to see what my strange exposure is. Oh my god, 26.7%. Yeah, do not want that much. Like Ertz is probably just a really good pick. Pretty simple. We can enter. We can do another Eliminator. It's gonna be a pretty big draft weekend coming up. Alright, so we got the 5 pick over here. Do we go with these two guys? Sure. We'll go these two guys. Who is up here is CeeDee Lamb. Happy with that. The hope is to get a running back to fall back to us at pick 20 here. Like, I'm more than happy taking Chase Brown or Josh Jacobs. Where's my boy Sean Tucker? Whoa, what the hell's going on over here? Don't do it. Oh my god. Smash. Smash. Easy smash. No, I want it to slaw. Tucker and Horton? Nope, I already have JSN. Yeah, let's do Tesla. Alright. No! No! No, I thought I took Taylor! What am I doing? I have to go watch that back. What the hell did I do? Oh no. Oh my god. I started Taylor and didn't move him up. I mean, what a fuck up, man. That is just devastating. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, the whole vibe just really died when I clicked Jacobs instead of Taylor. And I like Jacobs. But getting Taylor at a discount with CeeDee Lamb, pain, man, pain. Let's go ahead and do Chuba. And we'll do Sutton or Ridley on the way back. Ah, so much pain. So much pain. I guess we'll do Sutton just a tie break to the bye. Whoa. Tony Pollard sighting in the 5th round. Oh, he goes here in the Eliminator. Okay. $68, $77, still pretty good. Wide receiver range. What are our Debo shares looking like? 20%. Pierce Hall, 10%. Would love Pierce Hall to come back to me here. Wow. Very convicted on Tyrone Tracy. Man, this team just looks so much nicer with Jonathan Taylor, and I'm going to keep telling myself that. We'll grab Purdy. Purdy Dak. Mark Andrews. $116, $125. Yeah, let's just be done at quarterback. Three picks, 5 picks away. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. We did Njoku Kirk with our last 2 picks. Sitting at 2, 3, 5, 1. A little bit of a tight end run here. What does this team need? Well, would certainly like Ayuk. Certainly would not mind Kyle Pitts. Spider Monkey is live to take Pitts. Pitts goes. I think this is a fine price on Brandon Ayuk. Be very happy with Blue making it back to me. Blue or Tootin. Hurts to pass on Luther Burden, but Blue 10 picks after ADP just fits with the team we got going. And drafting Ayuk, we already have a guy that we know is going to be slow to start the year. We don't want to stack 2 of those guys in the receiver room. Might even do like another boring pick and like Dobbs, Ertz. Tootin does go. I think Jonu's a strong option. Like, at the end of the day, we just want targets at the tight end position. Well, Ertz goes. So this is... Okay. Garendo seems fine. My mic was muted. Is there a deep sleeper that we like somewhere in here? Let's do a shared Devon Bailey. No, we have Sutton already. Yeah, maybe Turpin since we have Dak. You know, like a long Turpin touchdown can really help us in a week. All right, we're going to take Turpin to go with Cowboys. Final team, QBs Brock Purdy, Dak Prescott, running backs Josh Jacobs, Amari Hampton, Chuba Hubbard, Jaden Blue, Isaac Orlando, Will Shipley. Wide receivers are CeeDee Lamb, Cortland Sutton, Ricky Pearsall, Deebo Samuel, Christian Kirk, Brandon Ayuk, Ray McLeod, Cavante Turpin, and our tight ends are David Njoku, Jonnu Smith. Would have liked to have grabbed a third tight end on this team, but just none of them made sense. A lot of them got drafted and sniped from me, so didn't want to force like a bad third tight end like Taysom Hill, like Jawan Johnson. So again, another good team. Go ahead and name these teams, and then we can get out of here. Today was 8/12/2025 stream draft number 3. Let's copy that so we don't have to keep copy pasting. Stream draft number 4. Pop back over here to MNG. Stream draft number 1.